friend and I spend usually 1,000 hours or more just looking into the Sustainable Communities Initiative program. And from my perspective, it's very frightening. Diane Gilbert talked about quite a few things that really, her concerns are reinforced by the implementation of this program. We have agencies that are implementing their policies as regulations with the force of law, and it's completely unconstitutional. I got involved with this issue about 1.5 years ago, and it was all because my county was looking into it, and the regional planning commissions, they came into our Board of Selectmen, gave a 12-page document, said this is the type of work we've been doing for you for the last 40 years. It's very innocuous, we just need you to sign off on this. Our selectmen had no idea that there were thousands of legally binding pages that went behind those 12. They were not told that the federal government, HUD, was, and the EPA and the DOT jointly implementing this program. And it's because of those concerns that we started to dig into what this program is. Our founding fathers understood that liberty and property are inseparable. And what's happening here is that we're slowly losing our property rights. It's very incremental. It's like a lot of what's been going on over the past 100 years. It's very easy to not understand how we are losing our liberties and our freedoms. And our children are not being taught this in our schools. So, the challenge we face today is to make sure that the republic that we were given by our founding fathers is preserved. It's an extremely difficult challenge. The Sustainable Development, Sustainable Communities Initiative, it's embedded in virtually every agency of our federal government and our state government by the executive order of our president on the federal level. But that doesn't mean that we've lost this battle. We need to become very vocal, as Diane has said. Over the past month and a half, I've been putting together a list of volunteers, asking people to contribute an hour of their time each month to write a letter to the editor. And our group will gladly provide bullet points as to what they can write about, and we will provide links to documentation to back up what you're writing about. We even provide sample letters that you can take and reword them into any different way that you feel comfortable on. But we need to be as vocal as our opponents. We need to get our voices into the media, and we need to let people know that we're here, and that we're concerned, and that we love our country, and that we want to keep our country the way that it was founded and intended to be. I'm telling you, if you think that these types of things can't happen in America, if you think that we will not lose our liberties and freedoms, I'm telling you, if that's the way you feel, that's the reason why we will. So, I intended to get up here and to talk and give examples of the Sustainable Communities Initiative, but I understand we're under time pressure. So I just want to say this. I just want to give a couple of very brief examples as to what's happening right now, why our government is on steroids, why they are, or how they are ignoring our Constitution, and why we must stand together as one unified voice and tell them this is our country. A couple years ago in the San Joaquin Valley in California, the EPA shut down farming access to water. Anybody aware of that? Yep. Okay? That killed a minimum of 10% of our farming production. It was to protect the Delta smelt. That was their claim. A few years later, it's found out they didn't need to do that. In the 70s, we had fear of global cooling. Anybody remember that? Yeah. Well, temperatures started going up, so then it became global warming, and temperatures leveled and started coming down. Now it's climate change. The proponents of that program have readily admitted that it is simply a plan for redistribution of wealth. Did you know that the state Southwest prohibit the collection of rainwater? Somebody in Oregon was arrested last year for collecting rainwater for personal use, fined $1,500 and jailed for 30 days. We have committees in New Hampshire that pointed to an expert from one of those states, had them come in and talk to our Water Sustainability Commission and said, we need to import what they're doing here. That's where we may go. This is the live free or die state, but maybe not much longer. The EPA has declared rainwater runoff as a pollutant. Everybody know that?
Yeah.
Okay. In Maryland, in 2010, they mandated a $14.8 billion, with a B, billion-dollar solution. That has led Maryland to impose a tax on rain based upon the percentage of impervious surfaces on your property. Now, if you haven't heard that term, impervious surfaces, it's your roof, it's your driveway, and I guarantee if you look in your town's master plan, it's in there too. We're being set up, and the groundwork is being laid. So please, take my word seriously. Ronald Reagan said it. The 9 scariest words in the English language are up from the government, and I'm here to help. And I can tell you that those words portray the arrogance of the people who are implementing this program. I urge you to sign the clipboard over here. Provide me with your name, the town, the email address, phone number. Even if you want to give us just an hour a month. If you want to do it anonymously, just to help us write, get some thoughts down. Anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. We can all stand together